Here you can see this family shed built in 1940 being moved from its original location to where we have it now. Amelie and her father, they spent much time in that shed over the years and didn't want to let it go, so they spent the time and effort and money in moving it over here. Here you can see our basic floor plan. Good idea to see how to maximize the space in a small barn. And this is what it looked like when we started. Here, we're going to do a little tour of the barn. You can see we just came in the front door. Emily's showing us our water tub for the winter. Since our hoses freeze, we have to fill it up as it becomes empty to keep our water from having problems. Here we have a gate dividing a couple different stalls. The nice thing about this gate is that it can be used to close in an animal. Where you see Hibernia is here. You can latch this, keep that animal secure in that spot while you deal with others that are around in various locations. Easy to latch, easy to use. Coming over here, we have a nice 2-position stall. You can have 2 animals that get along tied up there. Plenty of spot for feeding for both of them. If you need to secure them in that location, you just go ahead, take this gate, swing it back over, and it has a nice little latch here to keep it closed. Here on the other side, we have a gate. Works as a nice funnel to bring animals over into this spot. But then this place can also be separated into 2 sections by closing this gate. We have a nice board on the top there to help keep our wonderful little Dexters, even though they're short, from jumping over a fence even that high. But again, nice way to maximize your resources by turning 1 stall into 2. Here we have a spot for hay and grain. Really easy for the animal to feed and keep clean. Moving on outside, you can see we have one of our few windows here that looks into our 3-wall. Helps us keep an eye on the animals and just check in on them. Some windows up there to let the sun in. Little area of shelter that if the 3-wall's full, they can come in and hang out under that. Here's Gabrielle enjoying his time in the 3-wall as the temperatures drop. Just makes for a more pleasant experience for them to be sheltered from the elements. Moving back inside, we're going to take a look up in the top of the barn here. Nice little hook for our ladder, keeps us out of our way. Just pull it down, climb on up, open the hatch.
This is Papa's ideas.
Yeah, this is great. You put all the summer hay, put it up top here, and it's very easy just to throw it on down and have it available whenever you need it.
This is fun.
Do you love me?
Of course I do.
Cool. I love you too.
Yeah.
We're
Okay. Married.
We are. We can have all sorts of fun.
Yes.
We can do crazy kid stuff. Crazy kid stuff. Okay. Love you.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Encouragement in the Way of the Lord. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Trevor, and I am usually here with my wife. Today I'm doing things a little bit differently. I wanted to give a message more directed at the men who watch this channel. So this message is for men, whether you are single and thinking about getting married, those who are actively in a relationship, and hopefully who are courting that special person in their life, and for those men who are already married. The Lord has blessed me with the most wonderful wife, and He did teach me much before I got to this point of being married, and I wanted to share a little bit of that with you. So, today's topic is love your wife. Seems simple. It is somewhat simple, but there is a specific way that the Lord wants you to do that. And we see that in Ephesians 5:25, where it says, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for her. That is a pretty tall order. Love your wife as Christ loved the church and loves the church, and be willing to give your life for her. So I guess the first question is going to be, what is love? Fortunately, we are given that information, and we can see in 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 7. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love endures, it's kind, it's patient, it is everlasting. True love does not give up. It does not wane over time. In fact, your love should grow for your wife more every day. If the two of you are walking in him, he will bless you. And I've been very fortunate that my wife and I have been completely blessed by him. It is truly amazing to be married to her, and we have the Lord to thank for that. But we still come to him every day, seeking to know more of his will for us, to love each other, to understand each other, to give ourselves completely to each other. And that is a very important thing to do. And we also want to, as husbands, nourish and cherish our wives. We see that in Ephesians 5:29. For no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as the Lord does the church. There we see again, the Lord setting the example for the husband. We are to nourish our wife. We are to cherish our wife. And that involves, being the spiritual head and understanding who she is in our lives and why she is in our life. We are fortunate enough at the very beginning of time that the Lord made woman to complete man. She is not less than man. She is just part of him, especially in the bounds of marriage. We see that in Genesis 2:18. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him." Not less than, not more than, comparable. She is different because she is woman, but she is a gift from God, and we should treat her as such. Love your wife. That is a command from God. So that's something we should do. So that is it for this week. I hope you found this encouraging and maybe a little bit challenging, as it should be. Christ set a very high bar for us, but he gives us his Spirit to help and to overcome and to be able to do the things that he asks of us. So always remember, be a shining light, love the Lord, and we will see you next time.